Need a makeup artist. Okay. Last time we did a 5-number summary, and what are the 5 numbers?
Minimum, maximum.
Minimum,
First quartile, second quartile, third, and then the max.
minimum, maximum, first quartile, second quartile. We call it the 5-number summary because we have 5 numbers. We've been over this last time. Long time ago, I mentioned about a box plot. Do we remember what is a Box-Whisker plot?
There's 5 boxes, put the box around the middle 3, and then there's 2 lines to show your minimum and maximum.
So what is the middle 3 you're talking about?
Q1, Q2, and Q3.
So a box and whisker plot uses the 5 quartiles, the minimum, the 5 numbers, minimum, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and the maximum. I went over this last time, but I'll get into detail here. We know the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So the length of the box will determine how much variance you have in the data. So the longer the length, the more variability you have, which is why we call an interquartile range as a measure of spread. So if the length of the box increases, the variability of the data would also increase. And what do you think the inference would be if, say, one of the whisker lengths is greater than the other? For instance, let's just say case 1. Is that some data set X some data set Y, and the last case some of the data set Z. What difference do you see, Becky?
The outlier is greater than the middle of the points, and the outlier is less than.
Okay, so this particular example, the first one, it is balanced in the sense the outliers, there are no outliers, the whisker lengths are identical, so it is balanced. And if we get a histogram for that particular sample, what would it look like? It's most likely going to be no, right? Symmetric, no skew whatsoever. In the second case, the outlier is on the right-hand side, so the data is being pulled a tiny bit on that side. So what should the curve look like? You can make a mental. Oh, it's like we're standing here doing Vogue in mathematics. Do we know Vogue? No one does?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, baby.
For this one, it would almost, the line on the right at the end of the slope would continue longer.
That is true. So the histogram or the curve is going to look like that. This is what we call right or positive skew. What about the last case? Come again? It'll be a left skew because the whisker length is longer on the left-hand side. Knowing the skew of the data is quite important because it tells us information about the mean, the median, and the mode. So you look at the very first sample, where do you think the median is at? Right in the middle. Where is the mode? Also in the middle, because the most frequent bar, if you kind of visualize the histogram behind it, it should be in the middle. What about the mean?
The mean would also be in the middle with the median and mode.
It will also be in the middle. Yes? So mean, median, mode, they'll all be the same. If the data is right skewed, the mean is going to be greater than the median. Theoretically, though, that part, some people agree with it, some people do not. There are cases where this will not work. But we know that if the data is right or positively skewed, the mean is going to be greater than the median. Good? If you have to take a guess for the next one, how do you think the mean, median, mode would be related?
The mean would be less than the median, and the median would be less than
So what does bacon strip equal to mean?
approximately.
Approximately. Have we seen this before? Okay. So the purpose of having a box and whisker plot is you can identify variability in the data by looking at the IQR, which is the length between the first and the third quartile, and we can determine if there is skew in the data by looking at the whisker length. If one whisker length is longer than the other, then the data has skew in it. Are we clear? Okay. I need a good example for, should we do continuous? Yeah, why not? Continuous data variable. Going to erase the side.
You could do the amount of time spent on homework on like a certain.
Amount of time spent on homework. Okay, we'll keep that. What else? We'll go for 4 and we'll pick one of those 4.
Time spent running a mile.
I need to collect data here, so
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
not everyone's going to run.
Yeah.
I, for one, I'm lazy.
The time it takes you to shower.
Time it takes you to shower. Okay. Some people would say 2 minutes. It's probably going not to be, gender offensive. Usually it's males. There is actually a joke when men shower, we just shower at the top and the rest of the soapy water takes care of the rest. One's laughing, no. Okay, moving on. So we'll keep that example. What else?
The amount of money we spent on our college textbooks.
Okay, we'll keep that. And one more.
Time it takes you to get ready in the morning.
Time it takes to get ready in the morning. Okay, we'll keep that. Which one should we go with?
I was a shower.
Okay. Hitting the nail in the coffin there, don't you? The truth's you can't lie. You've got to be honest. No judgment here. Going to drop this down, so I'll write the sample over here.